Thank you for taking the time to sit down with me. Many of you are probably wondering why I have called this meeting today. Over the past couple of days, I have been receiving complaints from parents who have children in swim lessons. I would like you to take a moment to put yourself in their shoes. You're here at Rack for swim lessons. It's a bright and sunny day. Your child goes to where the instructor usually is, anxious to get in the water and learn all those necessary skills that they need to learn. After a couple of minutes, the instructor finally arrives and then starts the lesson 5 minutes late. Next, the instructor spends the next 30 minutes of the lesson playing games and not teaching your child the necessary skills to pass to the next level. Finally, that same instructor ends the lesson 5 minutes before the lesson coordinator announces the end of the lesson. How would all this make you feel? These are just three of the problems that have been brought to my attention over the past week from parents and also from my supervisor. In a short period of time, I will cover each of these problems in more detail, how we can go about resolving these problems, and also about making Rec a better place for everyone. The first problem that has been brought to my attention in the past couple of days is the inability for you, the lesson instructors, to arrive at your assigned swim lessons on time. Many of you will arrive 5 minutes late and then start the lesson. This causes the lessons to be shorter and also impedes on the time that could be spent teaching the children the necessary skills that they need to pass to the next level. Many of these parents are paying $75 a lesson. Imagine that you were one of the parents of one of those children, and the instructor kept arriving late every day. This would most likely make you angry because you're not getting the most for your money. You paid good money to have your kid learn the necessary skills of swimming and also being able to be comfortable in the water. As lesson instructors, we need to be conscious of the sacrifices that the parents are making so that their children can be here and learn that skill. That time that is needed to teach those children cannot be regained after it has been lost. The second problem that was mentioned by a parent was that the instructors were not spending the appropriate amount of time teaching the skills, but were spending the majority of the lesson playing games. While games are fun and keep the kids focused, it does not allow them to improve and move up through the different levels. Some of these skills include your high elbows on your front crawl, your flexed feet on your down, out, and around kicked. Those are all necessary. Though they may seem like they're minute, they do change and they need to be fixed if there are problems with that. Many of you have been in swim lessons in the past and know what it is like to want to graduate before your friends or even your siblings. You always want the instructor to teach you the skills you need to know and also for the lesson coordinator past the next level. It's the same with these kids. They love to show the instructor, their parents, and even the lesson coordinator those skills that they've learned that day, and they really want to utilize them and make it so they can pass to the next level. If your instructor, while you were in that lesson, was only playing games, you would have never learned those skills or even passed to the next level. This is how it is for the children, and they have the drive to finish the course before their friends or even their siblings. And if they are only playing games for the whole lesson, they have no way of completing the course in a timely manner. The final problem that I've heard about is that many of you were ending the 5-minute lessons 5 minutes early. This makes it difficult for the children to learn the appropriate amount of skills that are required to graduate from swim school. Also, it does not give the lesson coordinator enough time to come by and evaluate the skills that your kids have learned. This also takes away from the benefits that are gained from the parents after they have paid that $75 for that lesson. More importantly, it makes me look as if I cannot control my own staff. Now put yourself in my shoes. How would you feel if your employees were not using all of the time that they have efficiently, and also to be confronted by angry parents or angry supervisors? These parents will not only confront me, but they will go to my supervisor, who will then contact me, but then they will also go to the park district supervisor, and this will then come back on me. This not only looks bad for me, but the park district in general. As a pool, we are always willing to make the customer happy, but when a customer finds something wrong and is able to tarnish our reputation, it is hard to gain their trust and also have them return for future activities such as swim lessons, water polo, swim team, all of these activities that do make money for the park district. Now that I've presented you with these problems, there are many ways that we can solve them as a group. These are just a few of the solutions. In regards to showing up late to the lesson, you guys can leave 5 minutes before the lesson is started so that you are there on time. So if the lesson starts at 9:50, you need to leave at 9:45 to be at your lesson. I know you may say that this may be hard, but you guys are required to be here at 9:15 so that way you can be ready by 9:45 to leave for your lesson. This will also allow you, the lesson instructors, to get ready before the lesson actually starts. When it comes to playing games during the lesson, this should be done in the last 5 minutes so that the kids have time to learn all the required skills to pass. I know many people say, well, games, we need to play games. Games are fun, but as I said earlier, they do impede on the time that is necessary to teach those kids the skills. And finally, the lesson should go until the lesson coordinator comes over the intercom and says that the lessons are now over, or until it is time that the kids can get out. This makes it easier for the lesson coordinator and also increases the amount of time that can be spent teaching the lesson. You guys can improve upon this problem by taking more time, with each kid to show him or her what they need to improve upon. This means demonstrating the skills to them or physically taking them and showing them why by moving their own limbs, like their arms or their legs. This really improves the quality of those skills that the kids are learning. As I've just said, these solutions will be implemented over the next couple of days to improve the quality of our lessons and also to improve the quality of customer service that we have with those parents and those children. All in all, there are things that we need to improve upon from here on out. The 3 that I've just mentioned are the main priorities. From arriving to the lessons early to using time efficiently, we as a team can keep the lessons running smoothly and also keep our reputation as the best pool to go to for swim lessons in the park district. Now go out there, show your swim lesson kids the same drive that I saw when you were in those lessons, and also have fun.